How bad do you really want this life that you claim that you want to live? Because last time I checked, you don't want it bad enough. Sometimes you just be sitting down, eating chips, watching YouTube, watching Netflix, and don't be getting in your bag. You don't be putting in that work to get to where you want to be at. Let's get to it. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? I wanted to just talk about, man, how bad do you really want this, man? How bad do you want it? I'm talking to myself, too, because I really don't know if I really want it for real, because I be having to check myself, because, to be honest with you, I don't think I want it bad enough. I don't think I really want the life that I claim that I want to live for real, because I be playing around. It be times where I'm just sitting around doing the regular dumb stuff, just sitting around wasting time doing nothing, absolutely nothing. And I could really be getting to everything that I ever claimed that I wanted to be, because like I said, this life can really be everything and all that you want it to be. Everything you could do it however you want to do it. This life is really like that for real. It's really like that for real. But the thing is, we really don't see it. We never have that foresight to see what that life is really about. So we never really. We grind, we work hard for the things that we claim that we want, but we don't really know that this life can really be ours. Like you can't tell me that bro can have a whole jet to himself. I'm talking about OVO man himself. He can have his own jet. He can live life however he wants to. But it's like, but we can't. But why not? Because we don't want to put in that work. Now I'm not saying when it comes to people like at that level, they have to move certain ways because people are trying to harm them, or they don't want publicity and all that other stuff. I'm just talking about the aspect of doing it the way you want to. Let me tell you a little story time. Why I really joined the Army. Why I really joined the military and all that other stuff. And let me just break it down for you. So it all started back in 2020. Okay, let me drink a sip of water real quick. Hold on. But fresh out of high school, I took a year off. Okay, I took a year off of high school. I didn't really want to rush into college because it was like, man, I just did 12, all the way from preschool all the way up to 12th grade. I'm like, bro, all these years of sitting in the classroom doing something I never really loved to do. I never really loved to do it, but I had to do it. So now I have time for myself. So I decided to take a year off. I took a year off of high school, right? And then it came down to the point where it was like a do or die situation. It was like you can't take another year off, and you got to do something, because if you want to get to those dreams that you claim of getting to at a young age, if you want to get to what you want to be at a young age and prosperous and living life how you want to, you got to be grinding for it. You got to work for it. You got to want it, right? So I had to make a executive decision on doing something. So it was either going to college or going to the military. So I ended up ultimately choosing the military. I have a whole story time on that video. If you guys really want to check it out, I recommend you do. It helps me out a lot, and it also gives you a lot of insight. But I decided to ultimately join the military. What a lot of people don't know about the military is they say, oh, I can never follow orders. I can never do this and that, do this and that. But what they fail to realize is this is one of the best building blocks you could ever really have in society. Like, to be honest with you, it's one of the best things that you could really do. If you could mentally wrap your head around all the other stuff and you can overcome it, this is one of the best things that you can do in your young adult life. It puts you in a position where you could save a lot of money, live all over the world. You're exploring places and doing different things. Granted, it's the military traveling or military duty stations, but sometimes you luck up and be like me, where you get stationed in great places like Fort Carson, Colorado Springs, where's the mountain city, mountain post. It's one of those things where you explore, you save a lot of money if you do it the right way. If you do it the wrong way, then yeah, you're going to be sitting in the barracks, eating a lot of pizza, eating a lot of food, doing dumb things, getting drunk, doing dumb things on the weekends. It's all about, you have to be smart about it. So I ultimately ended up joining the Army, and I put myself in a position where I'm exploring new things, and I've almost been in for 2 years already, which it doesn't even feel like, and I'm young, you know what I'm saying? My birthday is coming up this Friday, and I hope you guys say happy birthday, best wishes for me. I've already saved a lot of money, and I've already deployed. I know where I'm headed, but sometimes I get dreaded, and I become lazy, and I sit in my own bubble, and I turn off my light, and I just lay in my bed, and I do nothing. Lazy. And that's what we can't have. We can't have laziness. You can't have laziness. That's why it's important. Like I said before, if you really want to live the life that you claim you want to live, you tired of people telling you how to live your life. You tired of people dictating your life for you. Then that means you have to put in work and you have to contribute to the society that we live in. What can you contribute? What can you give to this society? First of all, to make product, to make a revenue, so you can actually live the life that you want to live. So you can be able to travel the world how you want to do it, how you can have your own businesses and have people working it for you. What are you going to do for that? Because the people, yeah, granted, you have people who are wealthy, and some of them have got handouts, but for the most part, it's about you had somebody in the family had to grind hard. They had to know the system. They had to know how to play the system. They know how to work it so that they could be in a position of being prosperous. And what I'm asking you is, what are you willing to give up? Are you ready to sacrifice anything and everything to be where you truly want to be in this life? If the answer is no, you're not willing to sacrifice everything to be where you want to be in life, then you don't want it bad enough. And don't ever claim that you want it bad enough, because you're not willing to give up everything that you need to sacrifice and grind hard to do the things that you really want to do in this life. Sorry, I'm speaking a little fast, man. When I get excited, and I'm just speaking from the heart. But just you're not willing to give up all of the necessary drama, the things that comes with this life, to really say that you want it. This is a dog eat dog world, bruh. Sis, family. How bad do you want it? Because somebody else is grinding, somebody else is working hard, somebody's up working late at night, early into the morning, because they said that they want it. They gotta do it for their mama. They gotta do it for their daddy. Their siblings. Some of these people don't have. Some people don't have the luxury of having a family to work hard for. So sometimes people work so hard because they have to provide and make up that empty hole so they can provide for their family. You see what I'm saying? So you see how competitive this world really is, and not only people in where your country, where you're located at, but you got people that you're battling against in other countries who want it just as bad as you do. So how bad do you really want it? You really claim that you want the life that you want? Are you going to grind for it? Are you going to grind hard for it or not? Or do you want to be like the 98% of the population that just wakes up every day 9 to 5 and does the typical things, the day-to-day life until you pass away? Is that what you want to do? So ask yourself these questions. Until next time, Javon Story is out. Make sure you like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And I appreciate every last one of y'all.